Good evening and welcome to FMB Field here on City Island in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania for tonight's USL soccer matchup on Invicta. It's the Ottawa Fury FC at 7-9-12, 33 points right now, and still trying to get a playoff spot against the Harrisburg City Islanders, 8-14-7 with 31 points, still mathematically not eliminated and fighting for their lives here tonight. Good evening, I'm Gary Sutton, and alongside of me, Charlie Giroux. Charlie, you've got two teams very tight together tonight. This is a huge matchup for both if they hope to have any chance at all to get to that 8th spot. And one of the guys we'll be looking at tonight here for Ottawa is a guy named Steven DeSantos. DeSanto has scored in the last 5 games, which is interesting because the last 5 games for this team have all been draws. And so they have 12 draws on the season, the most of any team we've seen so far. On the other side, Rapapa Mensah, number 25 for the City Islanders, has really been doing the job. 2 goals in the last game, almost 3, Charlie.
Almost a hat trick and a very exciting match for Harrisburg. The last time a Canadian side came to town. The Ottawa squad, Gary, does not play well on the road. They haven't won on the road since Memorial Day. Meanwhile, Harrisburg plays exceptionally well at home. So we'll look to see how that works out tonight in a match that has a lot riding on it. There's still many ifs, but both of these sides have an opportunity to clinch a playoff spot if a lot of things happen.
Ottawa has scored in their last 7 games. They're a team that knows how to score. They just don't know how to win right now. On the other side, after going scoreless and winless in all of August, you have a team from the City Islanders right now that is 2-0-1 in the last 3 games, and they've scored 7 goals in that particular span. So it's a matchup tonight of 2 teams who are hungry for a big win. You're about to watch it all here on Invicta. It's USL Soccer live from FMB Stadium here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Crooked Hill Townhomes is the official housing partner for the Harrisburg City Islanders. The rental community, located in Susquehanna Township, features 3-bedroom townhomes with attached garages and optional finished basements. The community features 6 beautiful floor plans, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an off-leash dog park. For more information on the community, visit www.crookedhillapts.com. Crooked Hill Townhomes, the best in luxury living that Central PA has to offer.
Focus. It's hard to keep. Everybody wants a piece of you. So don't lose it. Take your time. Work hard. Don't give up. And when your moment comes, breathe through. And focus.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Welcome back to FMB Field, where we have a little early start right now. It's Ottawa in the white, and on the other side in blue and white tonight, it is the City Islanders of Harrisburg, as Karl Howard very quickly puts the heat on the goalkeeper there, Callum Irving, and he recovers. Let's go down to Chris Brown, who's traveling the sidelines tonight. Chris, the heat down there tonight could well be a factor in this one. It's about 85 at game time.
Yes, indeed. The heat could be a factor. It's obviously a very, very warm day for a late September match here this evening, but we'll see how both sides can deal with a little extra temperature here today compared to the last couple matches they played.
Fairly humid as well, and Chris, the turf may be in the best condition it's been all season long.
Oh, indeed. Gotta give a shout out to the Harrisburg Senators ground crew. The turf is looking great down here. I'm sure the players are excited to play on such a nicely maintained pitch. you can't even really see the sight lines from where the usual infield is for the Senators baseball game. So it's looking beautiful down here for the players, and I'm sure they're excited and ready to get after it.
Of course, the Senators done for the season, so the pitch in sterling condition here tonight as we are just underway right now in this USL East matchup. This is a big one for both these teams tonight because after this match, Charlie, one of them will have been mathematically eliminated from contention in the USL East.
That's correct, Gary. There's a lot to play for tonight. As we mentioned in the pregame show, one team plays particularly well at home. The other team doesn't play all that well on the roads. This is a real opportunity for Harrisburg tonight. They need to come out, though, and establish their game early. They need to put pressure on, keep the energy level up, and keep the intensity on this beautiful pitch, as you had mentioned, even mode for soccer tonight, Gary.
Your officials tonight, your referee for this one, Colin Radasaw, your assistant referees, Wojciech Kluzek and Joshua Pagan, and the fourth official was Michael Ziegler, all out there tonight. 33 points for Ottawa coming into this. They're 5 points out of a playoff spot, 31 points for Harrisburg, obviously 7 points out of a spot. As McLaws looks right there and tries to get it to Benbow. Benbow will be taken down very quickly by Anua Thomas Abasi. If you like the all-name team, you've got it here tonight with Ottawa. We've got some of the most wonderful names you'll ever see here, and we'll give those to you throughout the course of the evening. Your national anthem tonight, sung by Sierra Fields, and I did ask the question. Sierra did a great job tonight. And, of course, Brian Kaiser saying the national anthem for Canada here. But I said if Sierra is Sierra Fields tonight, because it's soccer, she's Sierra.
Best you could do, Gary.
With low-hanging fruit, and that's as far as I will go. Sierra did a wonderful job here tonight, young lady.
A lot of great Canadian names tonight on the lineup for the Ottawa side. It's almost like NHL hockey.
The second to last home game for the City Islanders here this season at FMB Field. Hope you all come out on Saturday night when they're going to be facing against St. Louis. They just beat St. Louis about 3 weeks ago. For this Ottawa team, they head on the road to Charleston, the Charleston Battery, which is going to be a difficult test for them. They have tied their last 5 matches, has Ottawa. They have 12 draws for the season, which is almost unheard of. They've also scored in their last 7 matches, so they're a team that's not going to get shut out very often.
Picking up points the hard way, and they come up tonight against Gary, a defense on the Harrisburg side that has been pretty tough through the season, particularly the last couple of matches, has played very well.
Sean Lewis joined the start tonight in goal for Harrisburg, so Brandon Miller getting a rare night off. Brandon Miller, who, by the way, is 11th in the league right now in saves for the season and 7th in the East Division. So
Not a brilliant outing the last time here.
He was dynamite. So Harrisburg gets the throw in right here. Down far side, Pedro Rivera off to the middle. Oh, good look just for a moment and taken away very quickly by Obase. Dick Depew trying to make something of that. McLaws gets it. Back to Mo Dabo in the middle, who hits it off to Paul Wilson. Paul Wilson with a little running room will kick it to the far side to Opoku. Sharp ground passing here so far in the very early going for Harrisburg. City Islanders have probably their speediest team on the field tonight that we've seen yet.
And that really helps them, Gary. They've done well when they've had a fast lineup, a little bit smaller, a lot of skill in the midfield, and they're really going with just one forward tonight. So we'll see how it works.
And one of the reasons they've scored 7 goals the last 3 outings. They've really done a nice job here.
They've controlled the action in the midfield, and they've built their attack out of good ball control in the midfield, and it looks like that's what Coach Boettcher wants to do again tonight.
There's Calvado swinging it over near side to McLaws. It's kind of a little pitch and catch here for the moment. They just stretch the defense mildly here in the beginning. Pedro Rivera, who leads his team with 4 assists for the season. So we get off far side and can't control over there. So the ball off Harrisburg on the far side will be brought in by Ottawa. Ottawa won the first match back on June 10th on a goal by Cito Sioni. 1-0. That was an important night. It was Jake Bond's first regular season appearance that night. Aaron Wheeler left the game limping, wasn't in the lineup until last match on the 16th against Toronto and was in for just a few minutes. So that was somewhat of a momentous match for the City Islanders. Chip down the far side, nobody home. Travis Brent will get it and kick it right back to Sean Lewis. I have to get used to saying Lewis after having Miller in there for so many matches during the season. So it'll be a throw-in right here for the City Islanders. There you see Bill Boettcher over on the far side, the head coach for the City Islanders. And of course, Julian de Guzman is the head coach for the Ottawa Fury, or officially Ottawa Fury SFC. So the ball will be put back into play here by Obasi. Ottawa will be looking for number 8 tonight, Steven Dos Santos, who has scored in 5 consecutive matches.
Which is very impressive, Gary. When you get numbers on the board like that, you know you're a constant threat.
I think it's going to take it back to Sean Lewis, who's going to get it out of there. Good defense there by Ottawa. Good job getting up over top for the head is Thiago Calvano. Both teams look like they're just kind of pacing themselves right now a little bit, kind of
picking around, looking at the defense a little bit, Gary, trying to spread the field as they often do early in a match, just testing, penetrating a little bit, not building an attack yet. I'm surprised a flag didn't go up on that.
Jamar Dixon sent that one deep downfield. You saw Mensah just walking something. It looked like he almost caught a piece of turf funny there.
Yeah.
So Lewis. And watch what happens here. You saw him just slip out with that left foot on the turf. So long boot downfield for Lewis. Lewis has been impressive in goal this year when he's had the chance to get in there.
He has, and as you said correctly, Brandon Miller, one of the stalwarts on the defensive side for Harrisburg throughout the season, has kept him in many a match.
Ottawa's got some numbers right here. Coming down hard, and there must be a little bit of water there or something, because it's really, really kind of, we've seen 2 slides so far on the turf.
Right down here at the edge of the box, Gary. Yeah, something on the field.
Cito Sione went down there, and so Lewis will again get the goal kick out of there. Down to the final 3 matches of the season, hard to believe.
It is. It starts when it's chilly, and you would think it would end when it's chilly, but right tonight it's warm. It's summertime warm.
There's an unusual head right down to the keeper, to Sean Lewis. Out it comes to Galvano, who'll swing it far side. Back to the middle it comes. Wilson will send it off to McLaws, who brings it down near side. And now it is Wilson down there. That was Dabo sending it off to the side. Back to Wilson. Brent to Opoku. With Opoku's accumulated minutes, he's gotten better and better every match. So both defenses pretty stingy here so far, and again, both offenses look to be not carving but whittling at the moment.
A good way of putting it, Gary, and they're just picking around the edges, trying to see what they can create, looking for some space, looking for some opportunities to make longer runs.
There's Ribeiro. We'll bring it over near side again as they continue to stretch the field outside to side. McLaws looking down there for Wilson. Back it comes to Mendoza, to Dabo, to Ribeiro, and Ribeiro has to take it away. Good duck in there by Bruna. Good quickness to the far side, trying to get it back, and does for Harrisburg, and it'll come to Wilson. Good job by Freddie Opoku. Here comes again to McLaws. Sean McLaws near side. Heading down for Opoku in the corner. Opoku will track it down here. Opoku with a good move pass. And Opoku gets pushed from behind and then just not able to get anything off clean as Callum Irving will ask for the ball, and Opoku is down. Checked out, it was Cardell Bembo from that side. It was down.
Made a nice move, but no help, no support.
Though we had Opoku down that side, it was actually Bembo leading down instead. And watch Bembo trying to make something out of nothing there. I think he maybe wanted a little bit of a shove from behind. Official didn't call it. Official doing a little preventative officiating right now, and everybody's kind of standing around and saying, yeah, okay. Okay.
And a handshake.
There you go. Mohamed Dabo. There you see the head coach on the far side, Julian de Guzman for the Ottawa Fury. As we are 13 minutes into this one and no score so far. Your side it comes to Andre Campbell. Campbell taken down, and the ball belonged to the City Islanders. Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune in to USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts, Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Sirius XMFC Channel 85. Also, don't forget that Sirius XMFC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check uslsoccer.com for dates and times. Gary Sutton, Charlie Giroux, and our whole Invicta crew, led by Chad Edwards, here tonight with you at City Island in Harrisburg, where Ottawa and City Islanders are matched up right now, and so far a feel fest. Now Ribeiro with a little bit of chance here, and here comes Mensah.
Good opportunity.
Stops right there. Mensah, gets his foot under it. Now, was it off an Ottawa player? That's the question. And it looks like we might have a corner kick. Mensah makes a nice little move right here to get it to his left foot. Fakes it, gets to his left, and there it comes. Good slide out by the defense. So the first corner of the night belongs to Harrisburg. Ooh, good high look, far side, just taken out of the air there by Callum Irving. And Irving gets his team quickly on the other end, and you have to watch out here. There was only 2 guys back for the Islanders on defense. One of the things I think we've seen a little of, Charlie, and correct me if I'm wrong on this, is with the aggressive play up front and getting more goals here in the last number of games, the forwards have also had to get back quickly, and the goals that have been scored against the Islanders have basically been some pretty good transition goals.
And they've had some momentary lapses in there as well, Guy, that have hurt them, but you're correct. It's been transition situations that have hurt them.
Johnny Mendoza to Mensah, off to Paul Wilson. McLaws searching the middle. Pedro Ribeiro, good little move right there, but then ducking in for the steal.
Yeah.
So the Islanders have it right here as Calvano will send it far side. Travis Brent looking to get it down ahead to Bembo. So Ottawa, here in the 16th minute of the first half, will send it back to Irving. Johnny Mendoza gets it right here. A little room to move right now for Paul Wilson. Through for Ribeiro. Ribeiro tries to get a move right there. Won't do it, and just sent back nicely to Irving. Odabo dives in there for a good head shot. Now quickly in transition. Nick Depew. Depew gets on the end line for a moment. Dabo. Some problems right here for the Islanders. There it is, back to the middle. You're going to get a free shot right here. Right out in front.
Nicely defended.
And finally, the Islanders get it out of there just for the moment. A lot of white jerseys down there in that offensive end, and very quickly. So Ottawa gets it back. Little indecision there just for a moment by Travis Brent, and then finally cleared out of there by Lewis. Off it comes to Wilson. Back to Wilson again. Will Wilson be able to stay with it? Jumps right over top. Great look by Wilson. Trying to put it ahead there for Mensah. Can't quite get it, but he'll get it back here and a chance to reset.
Wilson, who makes so much happen for this Harrisburg side, Gary, and he had the idea there of pushing it right to the middle. Just not quite enough space.
Claus to Mendoza, and then it's off and out of bounds. So another corner kick coming up here for the Islanders. So the second one here in the last 2 minutes. Soccer fans, Nike is an official sponsor of USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. It looks like Freddie Apoku taking the corner tonight. High kick goes way past where he wanted to put that one.
The throw in on the far touchline there, Gary, you're correct. Just a little bit too much mustard on that ball.
He liked the height, but just way past where he wanted to go. Always looking for someone like Ribeiro or maybe Calvano on that far side. So you're going to get the throw in here from the Fury. Near side with it is Obasi. Bring it back to the middle to Sione. There's Bruna. And off to DeSantos. DeSantos so far has not touched the ball very much tonight. They've kept him closely guarded. Oh, here's... Just for a moment, you thought you had a great move coming up there from Barden. Still not out of the woods. Mendoza finally boots it ahead, looking for Ribeiro, headed back by Ottawa. Oh, good hustle over there.
Very nice.
Paul Wilson. This goes back to Kyle Venter. And they swing it back to Irving to get it started on the other side now for the Fury. So we're now 21 in the 21st minute of this game, 21st minute rather. Oh, this is bad. And look at Lewis come out. Great anticipation by Lewis. That was one-on-one coming up right there, and Lewis covered it up early.
Came out, cut off the angle, and took away the scoring opportunity as a good keeper does.
Covered the ball, turned his back to him. Great job by Lewis, and now going to get a takedown on the far side against Ottawa.
And perhaps a card.
And the card looks like it's going to get rung up here against Nick Depew.
Maybe not.
Or a little chat.
Conversation.
Kellen Radisov, your official here tonight, your referee. And so far he's been very chatty with the players. We've seen two of those situations thus far, one each side.
Nice warm evening, you know, have a little conversation.
Well, he did get the ball first, so you give him credit there, and then so the official saying, hey, you know, just kind of watch it a little bit, guys. One of the American players on this team. There's McLaws. McLaws is going to have it taken away there by Bruna. And down the near side, but a little too far ahead that time as they were looking to get it out there to DeSantos.
A lot of space on this near touchline, Gary.
McLaws keeps on walking. He can just walk it down to the goal.
He was making up some yardage there, that's for sure. I watched him. He started out immediately in front of us, and he ended up 10, 15 yards down the line.
I can start checking my step counter there. Opoku. Opoku with a quick move in the middle. Nice move by Opoku. Looking ahead, just too far. Opoku must have had his Wheaties this morning. So far, he's had a good big corner kick, and that one way down the field.
I don't know what he saw there, but it didn't quite work.
I'd be pretty sure there were no blue uniforms at the end of it. Beautiful night here at FMB Field. A great night for soccer. As we wind down the season, again tonight, a very important match for both these. Both need to win, and then a whole lot of things have to happen for them to get into the 8th spot.
Yeah, unfortunately, neither side controls their own destiny. They have to win, but then a lot of other pieces have to fall in place. But hope springs eternal, Gary, and there's still 2 matches beyond tonight to go. And if you win out, you've got a shot.
And it's great soccer. That's the other part. A lot of great soccer here played lately. 2 of the last 3 have been wins for the City Islanders. The other one should have been probably a win, except for 15 seconds when they were tied by Cincinnati.
Yeah, that was a heartbreaker. It really was. That was very, very tough.
I
They
told you.
played very well throughout that match and really deserved the W.
To quote Michael Corleone in The Godfather, I said, you know, you broke my heart, Fredo. You broke my heart. That was just, it was a heartbreaker. Lewis has a high pop-up. Pedro Ribeiro getting in there. I think Pedro Ribeiro, since he's gotten back, has really been tough.
He really has. He's made a lot happen for this Harrisburg.
There's Mendoza in a foot race right now, and it's going to be sent down way too quickly for the goalkeeper, Callum Murray. He wasn't real happy about getting that one sent back to him so fast.
We had throw in on this near touchline, but that very nearly was another set piece for Harrisburg from the corner.
You can see what happened right there is Barden just basically rushed it a bit. So the ball belonged to Ottawa. They'll throw it in over the touchline here. We're in the 25th minute of the first half. No score in this one. You can go for $1 million, by the way, with $1 million silver and gold. Play the new scratch off from the Pennsylvania Lottery for your chance at top prizes of $1 million. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. It benefits older Pennsylvanians every day. And you see down on the field right now is Andre Campbell. Mendoza having a walking conversation there with the official. So lots of chats so far tonight, no cards.
Friendly little match.
Back to Campbell, near side it comes. Campbell, long boot, just seeing if Lewis is awake, and he is. Every now and then you get one of those that drops in behind. It's a perfect kick, just drops in behind the keeper. And
we saw one the other night, Gary.
Yeah. So the ball controlled in the back by Kyle Venter. Venter off far side. Back to the near side it comes, and now Obasi gets it. The Inventor playing a little catch right now. Taken in the middle by Bruna. Bruna with a good move across the middle. And just getting the foot in there is Johnny Mendoza. Ribeiro trying to get out of there. Ribeiro a little too far ahead. You got some numbers here right now for Ottawa. Look out. And just a long pass there. Back to the middle it comes. Headed out Knightley and pushed down from behind in there. Brent was in great position. He was shoved from behind. So it'll be a goal kick coming out. I think Mendoza's got some blood on his hands or something. The official sending him to the sideline. Apparently he has a ring that's not covered right now. So he's got to go over and get that covered up very quickly, or else get rid of it, which he chose to get rid of it. Now you got to wait for the next dead ball to get in. If I'm not mistaken, you're down a man until that moment. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Here comes DeSantos. And the ball will be off by Ottawa. I thought it was going to be a corner kick for a moment. Apparently not. And so Sean Lewis gets to boot it back out of there. Back in comes Mendoza. So you're now back to full strength again here in the 28th minute of the first half. So the hit by Bruna there, clean, turns out. Sean Lewis, pretty good boot out of there. Mensah, off to Wilson. Wilson looking back to Dabo. They'll swing it back to McLaws, who goes to Calvano. Depew keeping the heat on up front constantly for Ottawa. Good flat look that time out of there by Lewis. And a little pitch ahead. Johnny Mendoza has to stop to get it up. Here comes Wilson. Wilson trying to find room, and Wilson just a little too far on the dribble.
Right. Looking for some opportunities there and trying to pitch through that defense, Gary, with their short passing game, but a couple of times extended it just a little bit too far. Tighten that up a little bit. Look for the space. It's going to come.
No real good opportunities so far for either team when you think about it.
None. And here you go.
Spezza take it down right there. The ball belonged to the City Islanders. So here comes Paul Wilson. We'll put it back in play off the set piece. So now Mendoza will be his sidecar on this. Wilson looking like he was going to go to Mendoza. Now just swinging it ahead. Speaking of head, it's headed back out of there, then eventually kicked back out clean across the touchline, belong to the City Islanders.
And we've talked many times this season, Gary, about the fact that fouls in that area giving you a free kick, in some ways the most dangerous spot on the field. It's not the same as a PK, but you create an awful lot of opportunities, and the mouth of that goal just extended out beyond the box. So we saw again there an opportunity for Harrisburg. These set pieces are going to become more and more significant as this match wears on.
There's Wilson with it. Wilson will stop, get control to Bembo. Bembo's one of those guys, when he gets the ball, he will make something good happen with it if he has any chance at all.
He's the spark plug.
Good flat pass to Ribeiro. Ribeiro to Opoku. Say to Wilson. Wilson now gets it back here near side. Bembo looking to go through off Mendoza. Ribeiro. Near side. Bembo still there. Now watch Bembo go baseline with this.
Nice
lead to the
nice
baseline.
Ball.
Right back to the middle, and a great save diving out there in front that time by Callum Irving.
Nice ball. Very patient, Gary, looking for space. Finally saw it, pushed the ball through. That execution is going to pay off at some point during this match.
So now Ottawa gets it back. Minute number 32 at a quickly played first half. No stoppage time at all. I got some numbers right here for a moment if you can make use of them. And Bembo has to take it away. One of the few times you see that happen. Back it comes to Ottawa. The through ball here and back to the middle. Good steal back by Dabo. Ball loose for a moment. Get it out by Calvano. Looking for Ribeiro. Ribeiro trying to get inside position. Can't do it. Near side it comes. Will be tracked down by Abassi for Ottawa. Now in the foot of Steven DeSantos. DeSantos from Cape Verde. I doubt if you find a lot of guys from Cape Verde in the league.
Not too many.
The leading scorer on this team with 8 goals this season. 5 in the last 5 matches. Long look downfield. Good save down there by Andre Campbell. But then taken back by Johnny Mendoza. Mendoza, good pass up there.
Nice through ball.
To Mensah and off to the far side. You got a little room to run. You got Wilson. Wilson and Opoku out there. Opoku's going to take it. Freddie Opoku. Back to Wilson. Opoku down in the corner. I think Opoku lost it. So it'll be a goal kick coming out now for Ottawa, or possibly a throw-in down in the corner.
Not sure. I think it actually hit that stick down there, Gary. Kept it in play.
There's a big question mark right now as to what's going on. Apparently, going to be a set piece. So here you go. All but a goal kick coming out of there. Ribeiro, good position there, gets it off to Mendoza, to Dabo. Dabo to the middle, to Ribeiro. Back it comes to Dabo again. Dabo swings it back near side to McLaws. Harrisburg really probing a lot here tonight, Charlie. Doing a good job probing that defense constantly.
A lot. They've been very patient. They've looked for space. A couple of nice through balls, some good delivery into the box. Not yet the scoring opportunities you'd like to see, but it's going to come. Their patience will pay off. They've just got to keep the intensity on, keep their energy level up. Good things will happen.
Paul Wilson, a long lead there. You saw him put his hands up to his head. Universal sign of, what did I do?
Every sport, Gary.
Doesn't matter. You got the hands wide up and could that possibly have been me? And then you've got the one to the head, which means,
oh boy,
what an idiot I am. I made a bad move. We all do it.
We're 35 minutes into this match and not a whole lot of scoring opportunities yet, Gary, but both teams still getting the size of the other squad.
And right across the front here it comes, being tracked down there and kicked off the foot.
I think that's going to be a goal.
Should be a goal kick coming out. It's off the foot there of Andre Campbell. Andre Campbell, by the way, out of Portmore, Jamaica. Only missed 4 games with the Fury FC in his debut season this year. All games missed were due to 2 suspensions following red cards versus TFC 2. Toronto FC 2. And so both apparently didn't like Toronto too much.
A little of that hometown rivalry with the Canadian squads.
Oh, that's true. Where you only have to play the Canadian national anthem, right? National anthem, of course, big news this week in the United States. Nothing here tonight. So we heard a wonderful rendition of it by Brian Kaiser, the Canadian national anthem, and then Sierra Fields her version of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ball belongs to Ottawa here. Minute number 37 now, and both teams playing really sharp soccer so far. Nothing much in terms of scoring opportunities, but
both sides are doing what they want to do, Gary, and that creates a good match. It's been a very clean match, well played. Both sides doing pretty much what they want to do, and that creates situations where you don't have a lot of scoring opportunities, but they will come, and they'll come fast and furiously.
Colin Radisov tonight doing a really nice job at the referee spot. They're doing a lot of preventative officiating. I like to see that. So Radisov, no yellow cards issued so far. I always like to see officials who are proactive. It's a long look downfield. It's going to go across the end line into the dugout.
And these officials took charge of the match right from the get-go, and as you say, had a lot of conversations early and established that they were in control and let the players know what kind of match they wanted to have played. It's worked out pretty well.
You know, it's so important. You watch officials in any sport, but particularly in this sport, because you're constantly running up and down, where you have to know where that line is. You can talk to them and where you're breaking. You see the players a lot of times. You see the chatting going on, and all of a sudden you see the two hands going like, okay, I understand. We're at the enough point.
Enough. Yep. Another one of those universal signs.
It is. Yep. Back to the middle. We've got a look coming up right here. Maybe no. Taken back by Dabo. Dabo off to Ribeiro. Ribeiro making his move. Looking out far side.
And here comes the counter, guy.
Oh, and here you go.
That was a nice ball.
Got a good move coming up right here. Back to the middle it comes, but nobody home. Push down from behind. It's going to be against Freddie Opoku. Bembo had a great opportunity there for a moment down at the other end of the field.
They put a great move on and had a lot of space to run.
A lot of space right here for Ottawa, not being challenged very carefully, and over the top it comes. Mendoza gets it, puts it up in the air. Mensah coming over. Mensah will go up high to get it. Still playable right here, Mendoza. Mendoza takes it low, swings. To the middle it comes to Dabo. Dabo back to Mendoza. He's bottled up in the corner. Back to the middle it comes to Paul Wilson. And now Wilson says, let's get things straightened out here to Sean Lewis. Lewis unleashes a low liner. Looks to me like a lot of free space right now for Ottawa, and they're open in the middle again.
There was a lot of space on that situation, Gary, and that's what you want to defend against. You've got to close up that space and close it up much more quickly. They've got four back. They've got to rotate in against the ball a little bit more quickly.
Oh, and that's going to be a yellow card, I think. Here it comes. That's a red card.
Wow.
And that goes against, is that going to be Bembo? Wow. He came in with the spikes high.
So you're going to play more than half the match short, and you're going to play without one of your best players, Gary.
Wow.
That's going to be a difficult situation for Harrisburg.
That's amazing, and there was no question. Oh, and right up the knee in the face and the gut.
Yeah, you do that right in front of an official. There's not much doubt about what's going to happen.
Yeah, there again with the spikes, the knee, and then the spikes again. And the official says, red card, you're gone. So Cardell Bembo, one of the great playmakers on City Islanders, and oh, you don't have to be a real savvy referee to call that one. And fortunately, Jonathan Barden getting up.
Boettcher seems to be arguing it, but I don't know how you argue that. I really don't.
I was just coming in with the spikes high and the knees high and everything else. Barden no worse for wear. And now you've got to, it's like having a guy in the penalty box for the rest of the game.
Yeah.
If you're in ice hockey, but you're not. Now Radisov checking to make sure that Barden is okay. So you got to find your way to halftime right now, and then
figure it out for the second half, because it really is, you know, that's a lot of soccer to be played a man short.
So a man down the rest of the way, and the official over there is having a chat right now with the Harrisburg coaching staff, but to no avail. So near side it comes, and these next few minutes are going to be very, very important for Harrisburg. You're going to have to build into another kind of rhythm now.
You really are. You're losing an attacker because Benbow, as you correctly pointed out, Gary, is the playmaker in many respects for Harrisburg, kind of the catalyst of their offense. You've got to change that now. You're down a man, so you've got to play defensively a little bit differently. It changes the complexion of the game significantly.
And now for Ottawa, what do? Obviously, they're a man up. Where do they go in terms of defense, in terms of their offensive look?
They will likely pull up one of their defenders, and they're going to press the attack as hard as they can. They're going to try to put one on the board before halftime. If they don't, they know when they go into the locker room that they've got an extra man throughout the second half, and that does create a lot more opportunities for them. So it's going to be interesting to see how this all works out. A bad situation for Harrisburg right now.
Never seen a player go out this early for Harrisburg in the years we've done this so far, as the ball moved a little too far ahead for Mendoza.
And there just aren't that many red cards, Gary. You know, normally when you see a player going off, it's for 2 yellows, but
now with the red card, are you then out for the next match as well? Back to Lewis it comes. Lewis waves his team back. We're in the 43rd minute right now. I would say if you have any stoppage time at all, it's no more than a minute.
Not much.
Poku coming down the far side there, trying to get to it. It'll be kicked out of bounds by Ottawa Fury FC. Looking ahead, trying to find Mensah in there somewhere. Pushed behind by a Poku. Back to the front it comes. Taken by Irving. Irving near side. Job getting over there by Ribeiro. Ribeiro just kind of glides the field.
Yeah.
You watch him. You see these smaller guys, short, choppy steps. Then you see Ribeiro, who just has his long, loping strides. Calvano now will reset things. Far side, he'll go to Brent. Travis Brent may send it back here to Lewis. Lewis, move off the side of the foot. Brent pushing his way out of there, kind of sealing. Good hustle by Dabo, and Dabo goes up over the back. Fans not particularly appreciative of that call. So now you get another one of these dangerous set pieces. So everybody getting set here, and man, it's one of those kicks here. It's in the danger area. You've got enough room that you can do some damage with this.
They're setting up a wall out front, but the real action is behind that.
There's the big swing, and Lewis plays it perfectly. Lewis could not have been placed any better if he'd have wanted to be. As we're in minute number 45 now, and we'll find out if we have any stoppage time really at all. Maybe a minute. To Mensah. Mensah swings it back to Dabo, back to McLaws, and now it's going to be taken off McLaws and pushed out of bounds from Dos Santos. Santos being marked closely by McLaws right now. He's, as we said, the main scorer for this club with 8. Chris Brown will be talking to Bill Boettcher at the half, and we'll get an idea of what Bill's planning on doing here. Coach Boettcher with being a man down the rest of the game. So near side it comes again, off to Campbell. Campbell back to Abassi. Abassi back to the middle to Dixon. Dixon swings far side. Over to Bruna. Bruna looking for maybe a final shot here. They're already good luck again by Lewis. Lewis has been solid here the first half, really solid.
Very, and no indication yet about stoppage time, Gary, but we're into extra time already.
So we'll see if we hear about that in a moment here. Lewis, big look out of there. Surprise 2 minutes. That's just my inner clock didn't tell me that.
Nor did mine, and we're already pretty far into the 2 minutes, but we'll mark it up here and see what happens.
Here's Mensah. Ribeiro getting jammed by 2. Ribeiro brings it off near side of McLaws. Obviously, the Islanders would like nothing more than to squeeze a goal in the end of the first half and Going to that locker room, one down in the number of players, but one up on the board. And looking ahead there is Ribeiro. Ribeiro has a great idea about getting those balls ahead.
He has a nose for the goal, Gary. No question about that.
There was a push out down there. Looked like that was against Opoku. Make that Wilson, rather. So we should be nearing, I think, the end of the first half here shortly, as Ottawa will have it. Bossy will head to Dixon. Dixon. Off to DeSantos. Controlled by Bruno now in the middle. Bruno fires far side. Tracked down over there by Eddie Edward. I think somebody in that family liked the word Eddie and Edward, right? So it would be Edward would be his name, right? And there is the half. So nothing at the half, but a long road coming up here in the second half for the City Islanders. They'll play a man down. We're going to stay here for a few moments. Chris Brown's going to be bringing Bill Boettcher over, and Bill Boettcher with the unenviable task of figuring out how to play 10 versus 11 the second half and get a win at the same time. So he'll be heading over here in just a moment. We'll talk to him. Charlie, your thoughts about the first half?
Well played, and as we said throughout the first half of the match, Gary, both sides did pretty much what they wanted to do coming in here tonight. Tested each other out early, tried to pick through each other's defense. There were a couple of momentary opportunities for both sides, but no real, threatening shots on goal. I'm not even sure either team got a shot on frame. But look in the second half to see the Ottawa side moving up defenders, moving up midfielders to really press the attack with that extra man.
And obviously, if you're Bill Boettcher, you're thinking about some kind of little zone work there, so to speak. And we'll find out right here as Chris Brown is down on the sideline right now with head coach Bill Boettcher for the City Islanders. Chris?
Hi, guys. Yeah, I'm down here on the sidelines with head coach Bill Boettcher. Tough first half there, coming out 0-0 at halftime. Definitely a strong play on both sides of the ball. So tell us about how the first half went for you and what changes you think you could make heading into halftime.
I was pretty pleased with the way we played. I thought we looked good. We defended well, didn't give them many chances. I thought our possession was good. We were patient at times. Got behind a couple times, created some good chances. It was a pretty even game, back and forth. So pretty happy with the way we played. Obviously, disappointed with us losing a man, which is going to change things in the second half. So we're just going to have to be smart. Going to have to defend as a group. Going to have to pick and choose our times to go and take advantage of the breaks we get.
Any ideas on any specific changes you're going to make up for that lost man? Any different players or formations or anything?
Obviously, we got to drop back a little bit more defensively, but we're not going to change any personnel at this time. But we're going to have to use our 3 subs. We're going to wear down a little bit here. So, just hope that we put in a good effort, and we know that we can still go score goals. We just got to be strong defensively, and as I said, when we get our chances to break, we got to go.
All right, thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Chris. You heard the coach say right there, we're going to have to drop back a little bit more, be a little bit more careful. You can't play that offensive style of the way you've been played at the last bunch of games because you're down that man. And yet, he said we also have to do a great job of recognizing where our scoring opportunities are and go attack them and make the most of them, Charlie.
That's going to be it, Gary. You're going to have to be more into a defensive shell because you are down a man. But then when those openings come, you've got to break fast, break hard, move the ball down the field, and attack very, very quickly. Because if you don't, then you got a problem defensively coming back the other way. So I think you laid it out exactly what you're going to see, what they need to do. And like in hockey, short-handed goals do happen.
Yes, they do. We'll take a break. It's 0-0 here at the half. Harrisburg and Ottawa. And we'll be back with highlights and also stats here in the first half next on Invicta.
Focus. It's hard to keep. Everybody wants a piece of you. So don't lose it. Take your time. Work hard. Don't give up. And when your moment comes, breathe through. And focus.
Crooked Hill Townhomes is the official housing partner for the Harrisburg City Islanders. The rental community, located in Susquehanna Township, features 3-bedroom townhomes with attached garages and optional finished basements. The community features 6 beautiful floor plans, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an off-leash dog park. For more information on the community, visit www.crookedhillapts.com. Crooked Hill Townhomes, the best in luxury living that Central PA has to offer.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Welcome back to FMB Field, where it is 0-0, 0-0 if you'd like, at the half of this USL soccer match. Let's take a look at some of those first half highlights as they came out tonight and all ready to go. The escorts this evening, the Latino Hispanic American Community Center, the LHAACC, and then we got underway. And here was Karl Bembo making one of the first great moves of the game. You see him make the turn there and then just not quite able to get on it. They thought maybe he got pushed behind. Bembo later on will get a red card and leave this match. There's Mensah also getting a good look. Got a corner out of that. Then on the other end, you see tracking it down Andre Campbell. And Lewis able to get in and get on that ball. And quickly on the other end, it was Dabo crossing. Good save out in front by Callum Irving. And there was the play of the first half. The most consequential play because Bembo going into the player and a red card, and that meant he was out of the match. 2 shots to nothing in the first half for the City Islanders. No shots on target, 52% to 48%, very close to the possession area. And of course, that one red card, the most important development of the first half. Nothing here at the half. We'll see what Bill Boettcher can do to offset the numbers crisis of the second half, and we'll see on the other side what the head coach, Julian de Guzman, can do to try to get his team a goal on the other side. Both coaches will be in there, I'm sure, talking right now as we see the contest going on down here on the field at FMB Field here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We'll take a break. We'll come right back. This is USL Soccer on Invicta, 0-0 at the half.
Recently, our country has witnessed catastrophic devastation. Hurricanes and flooding have upended lives and livelihoods.
Across this great country, Americans have answered the call.
That special calling that compels us when others are down to step up and do whatever it takes.
America's at our best when, against all odds, we come together and lift each other up.
Please donate to oneamericaappeal.org. America needs you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
The race for the USL Golden Boot is one to watch entering the final weeks of the USL regular season. The USL's all-time leading scorer, Dane Kelly, leads the league's top offense in Reno 1868 FC. Kelly's 18 goals on the year are chasing Matt Fondy's USL single-season scoring record of 22, set back in 2015, as Kelly pursues the first Golden Boot of his career. Enzo Martinez is second in the race with 16, but hasn't tallied a goal since Week 24. Martinez and the Charlotte Independents enter Week 28 having clinched a spot in the playoffs, but looking to hold on to the number 2 seed. The Charleston Battery's Romario Williams has only played in 20 games this season, yet has scored 15 goals. June's Player of the Month is looking to get back into scoring form. The Jamaican international has been held scoreless since August 12th. Real Monarchs SLC's Chandler Hoffman has already matched his single-season high of 14 goals and has done it with the fewest shots of any player in Golden Boot contention. Hoffman's 46 shots are about half that of Dane Kelly, who leads the league with 93 shots. The Pittsburgh Riverhounds' Corey Herzog has played the most minutes of the players in the running and is coming off his third 2-goal performance on the year. Herzog's brace against Bethlehem Steel FC brought his season total to 13, the same number he had in the 2016 regular season. With 3 weeks to go, the contenders will look to end on a high note as the race nears the finish line. For USL Network, I'm Morgan Conklin.
It's a short ride from your neighborhood to your naturehood. Find fun activities to do, like boating and biking, or camping and hiking, plus much more. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Hamilton was adopted from a rescue in 2008. He knows he's a pretty big deal. How could you not love him?
We'd do anything for kids. Thanks for helping us. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
Focus. It's hard to keep. Everybody wants a piece of you. So don't lose it. Take your time. Work hard. Don't give up. And when your moment comes, breathe through and focus.
Crooked Hill Townhomes is the official housing partner for the Harrisburg City Islanders. The rental community, located in Susquehanna Township, features 3-bedroom townhomes with attached garages and optional finished basements. The community features 6 beautiful floor plans, state-of-the-art fitness center, and an off-leash dog park. For more information on the community, visit www.crookedhillapts.com. Crooked Hill Townhomes, the best in luxury living that Central PA has to offer.
These past few years have been tough on all of us. You worry about the economy, your job, your savings. You may even have given up on your dream of owning your own home. But don't give up just yet. We're PHFA. We help people realize their dreams of owning their own home with features like competitive interest rates, down payment and closing cost assistance, and even free home ownership counseling. PHFA can make your dream of home ownership finally come true. Find us on the web or call us to find out how.
I'm Brian Hudson, and we're PHFA. Welcome home.
Under a new state law, all electronics must be recycled.
Welcome to the Dauphin County Recycling Center, where recycling is quick, easy, and free.
You may recycle appliances or even cell phones.
We're open 6 days a week, and recycling is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Contact our helpful staff at the Recycling Center or visit our website for more information.
Help us protect our planet, because tomorrow does matter.
Well, there you see the mayflies out for tonight in September. So don't they know they should be away right now? The mayflies we see right here on the river in City Island here in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. We're at halftime. It's the City Islanders nothing, Ottawa Fury nothing. Don't forget September 30th, this coming Saturday, is Fan Appreciation Night. The Islanders are celebrating with a whiteout. Until Friday, September 29th, fans can purchase a Capelli Sport City Islanders white jersey and a ticket for $35. Visit cityislanders.com for more information. And the Islanders will host the last pregame party this coming Saturday with the Capital City crew at Skyline Sports Complex right behind the stadium here. Boettcher Brew Works will be doing a free sampling Jazzerin's Catering is providing food and free brownies, and DJ Joffro will be providing the music. Registration is now open for the Youth Academy's fall-winter indoor training. Sessions will start on November 2nd. The trainers will include pro soccer players like Nick Noble, Paul Wilson, Garfield Da Silva, and Dave Kern. Visit cityislanders.com for more info and to sign up for a session. And the Harrisburg City Islanders fan survey closes this Saturday, September 30th at 5 p.m. Follow the Islanders on Facebook and Twitter to take the survey as we get ready to start the second half here at FMB Field. One of the interesting things that has happened today is Abbas Muhammad, the City Islanders defender, has earned his first selection to the Ghana national team as he was named in a 26-player squad on Tuesday for the country's upcoming World Cup qualifier against Uganda. That will be on October 7th. Muhammad is one of 3 U.S.-based players selected to the squad, with Columbus Crew SC's Harrison Affle and Jonathan Mensah also named. The 23-year-old Muhammad is also one of the 5 players named to the full national team squad for the first time. Now, Muhammad has made 19 appearances this year for the City Islanders. In his first season with the club, he leads the team with 61 tackles at an 81.3% success rate. Muhammad also sits third on the team with 53 interceptions and has averaged 42.6 passes per 90 minutes. So he'll be playing for Ghana, which is in serious need of a victory, by the way, to keep its hopes alive of advancing to the 2018 FIFA World Cup. Abbas Muhammad on the World Cup team for Ghana.
And congratulations to him, Gary. That's a great opportunity, and they play with fervor against Uganda. As you say, a match that they need a win in. Egypt leading that group right now, and good luck to Ghana.
Well, for the Islanders here in the second half, they have got a big, big road to haul. They're playing a man down because of the red card against Bembo in the first half. And in 8 straight games, the Islanders, they've conceded at least 1 goal in 8 straight contests, being outscored 18-7. And so they've got their work cut out for them now. And right in front, Mensah chips it in, and right away, there it is. The opportunity you were looking for right away in the very first minute coming out.
Gary, that is huge. We said right before teams went to the locker room at the half that shorthanded goals do happen, and there's one. They made the best of their opportunity. This is really big for the Harrisburg side.
In the 46th minute, and Mensah turning around and wisely going with the chip shot right over the head of Karl Howard. 8 straight games. Quickly, how momentum can change. You heard Coach Bill Boettcher say at the half, we got to take care of our moments. Well, one moment came there, and they took care of it very nicely. Thank you.
They really did.
Take a look at this. Chipping right over the top. Perfect.
Keep her down, chip it right over the top, into the empty net. Perfectly played, beautiful ball. Harrisburg has a lead, and now the game changes complexion again, Gary, because now Harrisburg has to simply defend against a side that's going to be moving people up, trying to attack aggressively.
And you heard Coach Boettcher say at the half, we'll have to stay back a little bit more here. We can't commit. Now you've got a reason to stay back a bit with a 1-0 goal right here. Again, remember, though, this is a team that scores. They've scored goals in the last 7 straight games, so they're not a team that's used to getting shut out.
No question it's a team that can score, but what happens now, Gary, is the match becomes much more like an ordinary match. When you've got that goal lead that you need to protect, you play it a little bit differently, and you play it essentially the same way you would if it was 0-0 and a man down.
Well, and the other part, too, I think, Charlie, that you look at here is coming out of the locker room, the pressure was squarely on the shoulders of the Islanders. Now, in the space of 30 seconds, you put the pressure back on the other team now to play from behind and extend themselves a bit.
Absolutely, Mr. Sutton. I mean, the momentum has shifted a little bit, but more the onus of this match has shifted, and it's now squarely on the back of Ottawa, which is a nice place for it to be when you're playing a man down.
So Ottawa down by 1. They have the ball right here as the ball come back over to Eddie Edward. Down near side, back to the middle, and grouped nicely in there are the blue-clad City Islanders. Apoku looking alongside. Oh, and right in the way there, though, is Thomas Abasi. Ottawa Thomas Abasi.
There's a good opportunity to switch fields there, Gary. And again, as Coach Boettcher said, they've got to look for those opportunities. There was one. Unfortunately, the defender read it pretty well and took the opportunity away. But those are the situations you've got to make happen.
So 1-0 as very quickly, Rapapa Mensah, who's already the leading scorer for this club, now has 6 goals on the season, and he made just a wonderful choice there on what he was going to do with it. He just popped it over the head of the goalkeeper, Callum Irving, who was furious that his defense was not back in there helping him.
Yeah, he was completely naked and on the ground, and Mensah, as you say, Gary, did exactly the right thing, and an empty net behind.
The ball controlled by Gerardo Bruna. And now for Ottawa, they're obviously going to try to stretch that defense out, which is going to be in there pretty tight right now for the blue-clad City Islanders. Cito Sionis takes it back out to the far side. Now the reverse fields again, coming near side. Held there by Barden. Make that Eddie Edward instead. Eddie Edward to Bruna. Bruna to the corner. Chip shot right in there over the top. And the kick out of bounds, and will that be a corner or will it be a goal kick? Looks like a goal kick coming out here. You can see Jonathan Barden trying to pump his team up right now. That was a shocker coming out of the locker room.
It really was, Gary. I mean, you couldn't have written the script any better. I mean, they came out within the first minute. They score an impressive goal, doing exactly what their coach said going into the locker room, which is take maximum advantage of little opportunities. There was a little opportunity, and they made it into a score.
Now the official running on down again. I'm not quite sure what the question is here.
A warning for delay, I think.
Yeah. The official making that very plain. I've got to watch. Here's a time. Get it going. Now, what's funny is the amount of time it took him to run down there to let him know about that probably wasted more time than not.
I think he gave one of these like your teacher used to in elementary school. Gary.
Exactly. Ball way down ahead, and sliding down to the far side is McLaws to get to it. They cannot hit McLaws with a yellow card on this. I am amazed. I am amazed. McLaws was down first.
Yeah, that's
a terrible call.
And a call made from a long way away.
Oh, my goodness. I don't know if we can see it again. McLaws already was down getting the ball, and the man came in late. Watch this. Watch McLaws. He's down. Yeah. The guy trips right over top of him. It's not McLaws' fault as Campbell came in over top of McLaws. McLaws is down first, and there comes Campbell in over the top of him. Amazing. That may be one of the worst calls that I've seen all season long. You know, I haven't seen very many this year. The official's done a great job. McLaws, he's still talking about it. Comes over to Eddie Edward. He said, "You want to hear about it?" Edward says, "No." So this is another dangerous moment coming up right here. All but a short corner kick, if you will.
That's what it boils down to. In fact, a little bit better positioning than a corner kick because you're off of the end line. You're 10 yards out, 15 yards out, and gives you more space and opportunity.
What about a short pass here and then a direct kick? Up in front it goes, headed right out in front of the goal. And offsides, is that what we have? Wow. Over the back.
He had a foul in there.
We were blocked away there, over the back. Again, though, Sean Lewis in perfect position for it. Take a look. There's the over the back that you saw right there. As Mensah puts his hands up and he gets the call. So get ready for the roller coaster ride here to the end, to 90 minutes. We're in only the 52nd minute here, 1-0. Harrisburg leads it. They're a man down. Cardo Bembo went out in the first half late. And now you're going to get another call here by the official. Foul on Paul Wilson. Wilson going, "Hey, we're a guy down already. Come on."
I think that's what the plea was there. Give us a little break. Doesn't work that way, though.
Yeah, mercy is not on display out there with the officials tonight. Nor should it be.
Nor should you. You've got to call it straight no matter what the situation is with personnel.
So Ottawa with it. Near side again. Down to Barden. Barden controls. Barden swings it middle. Good position right there for it. Dabo. Back it comes. Oh, and everybody missed that pass. They're looking for Mensah. They also had Eddie Edwards up there, and both guys missed it.
I think you're seeing something else up front, Gary. With a man down, you have a little bit less space. And so the defense is able to tighten up a little bit without bunching, and that creates additional problems for Harrisburg. They're playing it pretty well, but it's tough to play 45 minutes of man down.
Good job there by Travis Brent. Trying to get position, came off his foot out of bounds, however, across the touchline, taken there in the middle by Bruna. Trying to create. Bruna, nice kick out of there again by Mohamed Dabo, and Ottawa will have to reset. That defense is really packed in right now compared to what we saw in the first half, obviously.
They are, and that's as it should be. And this is the game that they would have played regardless, but it's a lot better to be playing it up a goal than even Steven.
Mendoza pushed from behind. It'll be a foul on him, and the ball will be set down there again for Ottawa. Jamar Dixon. Near side to Edwards. Edwards trying to make a quick move. Can't do it. Takes it back over to Dixon, then back to the far side, and then across the touchline it goes. So the ball belonged to the City Islanders, I believe. And they'll be putting it in play on the far side with McLaws. Sean McLaw is one of those guys that's out there every single night. You don't hear an awful lot about him, but he is just about as solid as a rock. He just turns in a solid game every night. Here comes Mensah.
Match in and match out.
Mensah gets pushed down from behind, doesn't he? Yes, he does. Oh, and I've seen more pleading of cases tonight. You're a lawyer, Charlie. Have you seen this many in one time? As Dixon called for the foul.
I am a lawyer, but I don't play one at soccer matches. And
well, if this was a court, there'd be a line outside.
It would be a long line. There's been a lot of pleading tonight.
Next up.
And you got to wonder about that one a little bit. If the yellow card was flying before, you got to wonder why one didn't go there.
That was a shove right there with the shoulder. I mean, no question about it. You saw the arm separate out. You always say in basketball, if you keep the arm in, you're fine. The moment it separates from your body, it's a foul. Long look downfield. Ribeiro down there trying to find him. Out in front it comes. Kicked out of there and clean by Ottawa. Controlling the middle field now is to Santos. He has not seen the ball a lot tonight so far, the leading scorer on this club. Good backtracking that time by Dabo. And Dabo can't believe. Now he's going to get a yellow card.
Come on.
Is that Wilson or Dabo? Wilson.
I don't like to quarrel with officials, Gary, but that.
Yeah, Wilson coming back, and Wilson, all I did was come back and take the ball from him. Take a look. See if you agree.
That might have been a little hook in there, but it's certainly not a yellow card.
No. I think the yellow card came because of what he said.
Okay.
I don't think you have a yellow card there, but now you do. Watch this. And the yellow card came in late. Official Colin Radasev making that call. He's got a little less chatty as the game has progressed forward.
He's not as popular.
No, he's pulling out the foul cards pretty regularly now. Unfortunately for the Islanders, it's in their direction.
Yeah, that last situation really was a pretty close call, Gary. I mean, it's a situation where he's playing the ball. He actually makes the tackle, but did he hook him before? You know, he's going at pretty quick speed, but the official's right there on top of it.
Now, the one thing that Ottawa can afford to do right now is they can afford to extend their defense, as you're watching right here, and really try to put more pressure on the City Islanders to make their passes quicker, get out of their rhythm a little bit. Meanwhile, the Islanders can do a little bit of that just to buy some more time as they'll kick it across the touchline. Coming off the foot of Travis Brent.
And this is where the counter becomes very important, Gary, because when Ottawa's moving as many people up as they are, if they don't successfully complete things down in the offensive end, there's a real opportunity coming back because they've got to run very, very fast to get to open spaces.
And you got the speed up front of the Islanders against the bigger guys there in the back, and that we've seen what happens against our own team when you can't get back in transition against that front speed.
And that's what it is. You can catch them flat-footed, and I think that's what Harrisburg is looking to do, and I think that's what Coach Boettcher at halftime meant by we've got to look for those opportunities because they will come. They've moved everybody up. They're all into the offensive zone.
You watch DeSantos, who has 8 goals, and you know, I've watched him tonight, and he's not one of those guys that really just impress you. Right here he has the ball. He just is kind of lingering around, and I suspect all of a sudden you find him at the end sometimes on a quick turn. Ball sent off to Edwards. Edwards to the middle. Looking for some kind of through ball here. Back it comes to Barden. Barden swings it far side. Good job getting back there by Mendoza. And then kicking it out ahead down the field. And again, you may not get the transitions you were getting before because of being a man down, and you're probably not going to commit to them until you're sure you have the numbers.
And I'm sure Ottawa would tell you this isn't what we're doing, but effectively they're in a 3-3-4 now, Gary. They really are. They've moved everybody up, and they're almost flat across the front line. So they're really looking to score.
Everybody up right now for Ottawa. Here in the 59th minute of this match, 1-0. The City Islanders lead it. And they are one down and have been one down for some time now. Here's Ottawa making a move right now. Edwards to Barden. Barden will try to swing it again far side, looking for that headshot. Good box out there by Mendoza. And then off Mendoza should be a corner kick here for Ottawa. And if it is, it'll be the first of the night. So heading off to the far corner to take care of that is Cito Sione, who scored the only goal against the Islanders back on June 10th. So here we go with Sione and the corner kick. Big moment here again. First corner kick of the night. Beautiful high look, far side. Brent misses it. Oh, and a big look here, right back to the middle. Kick back up in the air and booted out of there by Dabo for the moment. And then Opoku just gets a foot on enough to get it away and makes Ottawa have to reset. So they dodge the bullet there.
Possession so evenly matched in the first half, Gary, and Ottawa's going to be able to control much of the action, but didn't even get a shot on goal in the first half. And thus far, despite their man advantage, they haven't really put the pressure on the Harrisburg goalkeeper.
Dixon off the far side looking for Abasi. We'll move toward the baseline, take it away from Campbell nicely, and then a push down by Campbell, I think. Beautiful job over there by Johnny Mendoza to take it away and then earn the ball back for his team. So we're in minute number 61 now, and again 1-0. Don't forget it's Fan Appreciation Night coming up for our final home match of the season this coming Saturday night. And they're celebrating with a whiteout here. Until Friday, September 29th, fans can purchase a Capelli Sport City Islanders white jersey and a ticket for $35. Visit cityislanders.com for more information.
And we are sporting those very, very fashionable white City Islanders polo shirts tonight, Gary.
Very well, I might add.
You look great.
Yeah. They were cast adrift in the sea of me. Or sea of us in this case, right?
We are whiting out the press row here.
That's exactly
Beautiful
right.
FNB field.
I think we're the only white shirts on the press row tonight, so we're just getting a warm-up.
I have to tell these folks to get with the program for Saturday night.
Santos takes it off to Barden, and Santos comes around the outside, not to be seen. Controlled in the middle by Bruna. Bruna, look out here.
But you see in these wider shots, Gary, how Ottawa's now positioning its front line. They are really, really pressing into the box. They are as far up as they can possibly get. Harrisburg trying to push them back and draw them off sides, but they are really, really, really in attack mode.
So a new player coming into the match now, and it will be Sione going out, and he is going to be replaced here by number 9, Karl Howard. Karl Howard now into the game. Howard, the Canadian. He is in there at the forward slot now for Sione. Ahead it comes. Long look down there. We're looking for Menso right over top of him, and it's headed back upfield by Ottawa. Playing with it on that far side is McLaws. Back up it comes to Ottawa. Edwards, near side to Barden. A lot of room here for Barden for the moment. You're looking to attack that middle right now. You saw Bruno putting the pass in there. Nothing doing. Barden again. Off to the pew. Everybody committed up right now for Ottawa.
They're just moving the ball, swinging it back and forth, looking to penetrate that defense, but you've got to hand it to Harrisburg thus far. They have been stalwart across that back line, have given no opportunities really whatsoever.
Harrisburg marking closely in the center of the defense, but not extending out on the perimeter of it.
Right.
You see when anybody moves on the inside, they're being marked very closely. The weak side guys are dropping deep every time. You come out to Barden. Barden has to take it away for a moment, and then pushed out, and it's going to be a corner kick as Opoku trying to get it away.
And interestingly, guy, that was really the first time that Ottawa pushed it to the corner to utilize all that space out on the wings. They get a corner kick out of it. Let's see what they do.
So here is the quarter kick coming up here for Ottawa. Swing it right at a flat one this time, right in there. Take it out of there nicely and then pushed ahead quickly. Now you have the quick transition here. Can you do something with it? Paul Wilson down to Johnny Mendoza. Johnny Mendoza, one man to beat. Was it in the box? Oh, and the fans wanted it, and they're not going to get it. They thought that there was a foul in the box against Andre Campbell. Take a look. Wow. Back up to Gerald Bruna. Here comes Bruna. One move to make. Double teamed there. Back to Campbell. Campbell out front. Booted out of there just for a moment by Brent. Now taken by Opoku. Opoku with a little room to move. Sets gets the Rapapa Menza. Back to Opoku. Opoku on the side. Opoku push from behind. He'll get the ball back.
That was really nicely done by Harrisburg. A great counterattack. They're coming down. Lots of running room. Let's watch what happens here.
What do you think? Nothing big, but you could have made a case. Could have made a case. Again, you broke my heart, Fredo.
That's a tough one, Gary. It really is. I mean, there's an extra ball on the field now. Some little fella out there having a good time.
Didn't you want this one? How about playing with two balls? One, fine, thank you. Keeps you occupied for a while. Ottawa with the ball on the far side. We're in minute number 66 now. Revs playing some super defense here in the second half so far.
They really are.
Ottawa having a tough time trying to get a decent shot as DeSantos has it. He'll send it off to the middle to Dixon. Dixon. Over to Bruna. Bruna, far side. You're going to try to load up. Not yet. Kabasi thought twice about it. And then across the touchline it goes.
Throw-in. Yeah, it should be a throw-in.
Be a throw-in for Ottawa. Ottawa's having a tough time right now finding any real good seams for good shots.
They really are, and they look a little frustrated, Gary. I mean, the Harrisburg defense has played exceptionally well under some pretty trying circumstances, and it's been not a shooting gallery, but a passing gallery out there as they've tried to pick through that defense and really just simply haven't been able to do it.
It's like a defense that bends but will not break when you get inside that penalty area. And here's a long throw in, much like a corner kick. Out in front it goes, and across the baseline should be a goal kick coming out. And a new man coming again for Ottawa. And he's going to be coming in for DeSantos, I think.
And this is interesting as well, Gary, the strategic decision on the part of the Iowa coaching staff to bring in fresh legs with, you know, some significant amount of time left in this match. But he clearly wants fresh legs on that field as they're really trying to press the attack, move the ball as quickly as they can, see what opportunities they can get against this Harrisburg defense, which has really stood up like an old stone wall.
You saw the great job there by Obasi trying to get the shot, but not to be. So into the match now for DeSantos comes Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams, a British player. So wanting to get those fresh legs in there, and let's see if Bill Boettcher counters it all with any fresh legs later on here, or does he just like the combination he has right now and kind of try to head home with it?
I think he likes what he has on the field, Gary. He realizes that they're tired. There's no coach in the world that doesn't understand what they've been through, but he likes the combination there, and they're playing exceptionally well.
There it is.
Don't mess with success.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't try to fix it. Fans, you can stay up to date on the latest USL news and information from around the league. Tune into USL Coast to Coast with Mike Watts Mondays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on SiriusXM FC, Channel 85. Also, don't forget that SiriusXM FC will air the USL Game of the Week. Please check USL Soccer for dates and times. Gary Sutton, Charlie Giroux, Chad Edwards, and the whole Invicta crew bringing you this one tonight. And it's been interesting because the Islanders have been down a man since really late in the first half, and they got the only goal of the game in the first minute coming out of the locker room in the second half. And that's where we stand right now, 1-0. The Islanders trying to go by Ottawa here in the standings, and there's a takedown right there by Calvano, and they're going to call a foul on him.
They've played over 25 minutes a man short, Gary, and have really done a very, very good job defensively. They really have. There's not much that you can say that they could have improved on their game.
Look out here, a little slow in transition on this one. To the middle it comes, chipped out far side. Mendoza gets a foot on it, back up in the air. Controlled there by, looks like Edwards. Edwards holds his hand to his face, no call by the official. And still alive in there, and this is going to be kicked off of Ottawa across the end line. And it was Campbell who went down on the far side, Andre Campbell. McLaws is over there kind of standing over him, trying to be as assistant as he can be. Take a look and see what happened.
Not sure, not sure at all.
Oh, he just reached up his left eye. There didn't look like any hands hit him or anything.
No.
Not sure if something just hit him in the eye. It was an odd look.
It was definitely an eye, and you didn't see anybody near his face, so that's you're not sure where it happened. But
and there was no call by the official.
You do have to wonder, Gary, whether fatigue becomes a factor in this match. I mean, Harrisburg is playing a man short. They're hustling after the ball at every situation. It's a very hot evening out here tonight. You know, for late September, it's exceptionally hot, a little bit humid. So you do have to wonder whether those legs begin to cramp up and whether or not you have a fatigue factor. But Coach Boettcher is watching as closely as we are, if not closer, and he has not yet gone to his bench.
So it's still 80 degrees out here right now. So it's hot.
And it's warm.
Yes, it is. And it's humid. And the Mayflies are out. One only knows
Welcome
why.
to City Islands.
September. So Ottawa has it in minute number 71. Still a lot of time to go in this one. Oh, good job by Lewis. Perfect position. Is sitting right in there on top of it was Depew. And Depew got a pretty good lick on that one.
Got a pretty good look there, Gary, but put it right at the keeper. More goal to shoot at than he shot at, but that may be the first shot on frame.
Barden gets a head on it. It was coming across to Opoku. Ottawa gets it back. And now got some running room right now. So you see Campbell dropping it off for Barden. And then outside it goes and across the touchline. So the Islanders will get it back. So here's John Grosh coming in, the first move for the Islanders now. And he's going to come in for Paul Wilson. Grosh in for Wilson, and Grosh a little bigger body in there. Perhaps a little bit more of a defensive player as well. He's a playmaker too. So Grosh in there right now, John Grosh for Paul Wilson. And perhaps a defensive move there, getting Grosh in for Wilson right now. So fresh legs in there on defense for the City Islanders. John Grosh, a pretty rock-solid defender. Everybody's a defender right now for the Islanders. I didn't say, didn't mean to say that he was a defender, but everybody's a defender for the moment. Grosh, midfielder, obviously. Here's Ottawa again, picking, looking to Dixon, to Bruna. Back to Edwards, Bruna again. Bruna kind of the playmaker here for this team. Trying to get something going. Papamensa pushes him down there. So the official coming over, no card, but a little admonishment. As we're in minute number 74 now. And you'll see Rapapa right here. Little push out.
And you don't like to see set pieces in this part of the field, Gary.
No, you don't. Bad bounces, anything can happen.
They're going to set up a short wall at the top of the box. In fact, not much of a wall, just one player there, but the action is all behind.
So here comes your kick. Left foot will be coming in toward from Bruna. Far side look, popped up in the air. Dabo, great job of pushing it ahead down the field, trying to buy a few moments there as it goes to Andre Campbell.
Really stretched out on that header and got some distance on it.
Good job by Dabo slicing over there just before the shot was going to get taken. And again, good defense by the City Islanders. So the ball will be thrown in on the far side here by Ottawa Fury FC. Soccer fans, Nike's an official sponsor of the USL. For more information, visit NikeSoccer.com. Ball in play now again for the Fury in minute 75. Long look and a little dangerous. Near side it comes. Apoku's got it. Opoku pushes it, trying to get to Grosh. Opoku stays on it and kicks it ahead.
And they just can't, as they would say in hockey, clear the zone.
So Bruna with it out front. Swing it again far side, looking for the head. No. And then booted out of there very nicely by Johnny Mendoza. And down comes Callum Irving. Callum Irving right now feeling like he's on witness protection. He wishes he'd have been there at the first minute of the second half. 1-0 standing up right now for the Islanders, playing a man down. Here's a good move by Barden. Barden, a fight with Opoku. Opoku's going to give him a corner. So the third quarter of the night, and now taking the lead in that department, Ottawa.
And although you don't want to give up those corners, it's well defended, Gary. He made the right play there and played the ball very, very well.
So the kick coming up here from Barden. Barden, high look, far side, head, no good. Booted again out of the zone, not far enough though. It's going to be still controlled there by Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams back to Barden. Barden, another high look, far side. Mendoza gets a head on it. And then chased down again by Ottawa, and they have to reset one more time. Andre Campbell with it. Little chip shot over the top there, looking for something, nothing doing. Take it away. Dabo had it just for a moment. I'm not sure. Wow.
You almost have to chuckle at that one, Gary.
Yeah.
You know,
that was one of those.
And Harrisburg's really trying so hard to figure out what Bill Boettcher said at halftime, which is to look for those opportunities, and there was one there to counterattack a little bit. The tackle there looked like the foul was going to go the other way. It didn't, but you wonder.
They're kind of a choppy game here a little bit in that department. Anyway, another free look here. This is another dangerous place.
But the possession here now is about 90% for Ottawa, Gary, and that does wear you down. It just, you know, you're constantly trying to chip it out, push it back out of the box, etc.
And there's that flat look, and Sean Lewis knocks it down, then crawls on top of it. Just making sure that one had some sauce on it.
That had a little mustard behind it.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was. Watch this thing drive down.
That thing extremely well.
Look how it drives down in the goalkeeper's hands, and then he goes down just to make sure. Great job by Lewis, who's been stellar tonight in the goal.
He has. And those balls, Gary, when they're struck that well, get a little tricky for a keeper. They really do. They look easy from up here, but they are moving at such velocity and they're changing direction that it's tough sometimes.
Oh, good job by Ribeiro, and then he loses it across the line. Ottawa's going to get it back. Ribeiro's going to hold on to it as long as he can. As minute number 78, about 12-plus minutes left in this thing. The Islanders hanging on right now to a 1-0 lead. And then booted away again. The Islanders just content to clear the zone as often as they can right now and then regroup. Edwards chips it over the top. Good head out again. Grosh in the middle. Grosh trying to get hold of it. Grosh pushed away. Johnny Mendoza coming across there. He's knocked away, and the official's going to say it's against Ottawa.
Get the foul.
Yep.
And the thing that Harrisburg is looking to do here, Gary, is to settle it a little bit rather than just simply clear the ball, is to settle it and then counterattack. Ottawa hasn't let them do that because they're still in their half of the field. But if they can get it behind that defensive line, they've got a real opportunity here to make something happen.
It was an interesting call there because Mendoza kind of jumped into the big guy first and then got pushed down by the big guy. The big guy says, yeah, just because I'm big didn't mean I fouled. So I think one went the Islanders' way on that one. So now a free kick for the Islanders. Nice chip over the top, looking downfield for Mensah. Off it comes. Grosh. Grosh controlling. Grosh in the middle. Grosh was pretty much a mainstay in the middle of the season for these Islanders. He was starting regularly and playing that midfield spot.
Doesn't look rusty tonight, Gary. He's certainly letting himself be known out there and taking good account.
Here's Barden a long way. He's coming with the ball right now as Rivero finally picks him up. Williams off to Barden. Williams will get it back. Venter sends it off the near side. Oh, Mensah with a pretty good move getting out of there just for a moment, then had it taken away. Comes to Edwards. Eddie Edwards. He's been chipping a lot of those in over the top. Now Williams. Edwards. Good look in, and then out comes Brent with it. Travis Brent swings it up the near sideline and says, I'll kick it across the line and give my team a chance to regroup. So here's Ottawa. Sorry, Charlie, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, Ottawa not wanting to give them any chance to catch their breath or even get regrouped. They're moving the ball as quickly as they possibly can along that touchline and everywhere else.
There's a Bossy, another head out of there, and here comes Papa Mensah, little room to move. Mensah coming downfield. Mensah stops, waiting for some of his friends. He's got Mendoza far side. Can Mendoza get it? Mendoza says, I'll track it down over here, let my team get down to get some numbers. Now Mendoza swings it back out to Dabo. First time we see the ball in this half of the field in a while with any kind of organized offense.
But this is exactly what they wanted. We saw Mendoza coming down that far touchline, Gary, and Rapapa hit him as perfectly as you can.
Mendoza right along the base. Mendoza to the middle, and Mensah was not there. Mensah kind of hung back there, and I don't think he read what Mendoza was doing. Up it comes to the middle. Williams will just kick it down there for nobody in particular. Make that Howarth send it down.
And less than 10 minutes in regulation now, Gary. This match is starting to wind down, and you're going to see, I think, Ottawa become increasingly intense on trying to score, moving everybody up into that offensive zone.
There's the boot out of there by Lewis. Here's Mensah again. Can he get some help? Mensah's got to go over here on the side maybe and play with it a bit. Trying to get down to the corner. Won't do it. Controlled by Ottawa. Back it comes to Williams again. Williams the playmaker now. Williams up the far side, and McLaws gets right in there. Mendoza's got it. Back to the middle comes to Mo Dabo. Dabo gonna go somewhere with it. Go back to Mendoza again. Swing back one more time, and McLaws chips it ahead. Far side looking for Grosh. Taken away by Ottawa. Here comes Lewis to get this one. He'll kick it out of there himself. Now he'll pick it up in minute number 82, about to enter minute number 83 here in 7 seconds. And the City Islanders playing from behind in terms of one guy. Good pressure down there by Mensah. Now coming down is Mendoza, and back finally to the middle to Callum Irving. It comes, and Irving will get it started again as he gets the ball off to Edwards. Edwards near side to Barden. Barden back to the middle to Williams. Tight defense here. You can see about 9 to 10 yards between every defender. Any kind of penetration with the ball, you're seeing two defenders come together immediately.
They're looking, they're talking, they're moving, Gary. That's exactly what they want the defense to do right now.
Take a look right there. Good double team, but you're probably going to get a corner out of this. So the fourth corner kick now coming up for Ottawa.
And these corners have come in pretty rapid succession, Gary, and they kind of illustrate what's going on down in the match, but Harrisburg hanging on.
So Rapapa Menza going out. And in comes Aaron Wheeler. So Aaron Wheeler with that big body in there, all 6'4" of them. And of course, Aaron Wheeler, somewhat ironically, this is the game back on June 10th that he went out with the injury. Long kick high at the goal.
They get a fresh set of legs, a little bit of height. They lose some speed in that exchange, Gary, but Rapapa Menza had a great night tonight.
Did he ever?
He has them on the board.
And speed is not what they're looking for right now. They're looking to pack in. Head it back up. Chip back out for a moment. Cross trying to track it down. Instead, McLaws gets it. McLaws boots it ahead. And now trying to get out there on it. And a push down. Where's the card? Where is the card? There it is.
He gets a yellow card.
Yep, there it is. I mean, that was a breakaway right there. And they're saying, where's the red card? You called it our guy. They're pointing over there. You saw McLaws. You pointed at our guy. And the official. And I'll tell you what's really interesting about this call. I think McLaws actually has a case because he's saying we had a breakaway. You had a guy just taken down. You know it. And here's where you get the fine line between early in the game we were talking about the proactive kind of officiating, and that can come back to burn you later on if you don't make the tough calls.
Yeah, we don't like to sit up here and criticize referees, Gary, but that is a bad call. There's just no question about it in my mind.
And he knows it.
The minute that it occurred, we're both throwing our hands up saying, where's the red card? And a yellow comes out, and you're like, wow.
Yeah, you're looking for some evenness here in calls, and right there was an obvious play where the guy's trying to kill the goal.
Particularly given what happened earlier in the match. If you hadn't had the call against Benbow, maybe that's a yellow.
That's the context. Yeah, you've got it right. That's the context of the call. So Mr. Radisov taking some heat there from the Islanders, and of course right away Wheeler goes down again, having just gotten in there. And let's see if he's okay to continue. And we're obviously going to get some stoppage time here now, which really is not something that the Islanders wanted to have.
No.
So Wheeler getting up.
But you just got to wonder about that one.
Yeah. Yellow card. Should have been a red card. Should be playing 9 versus 9 right now. We do admit some bias on that.
We do, but an
nevertheless,
look at that would say.
I don't know if we can see it again or not. Let's take a look. Here it is. Okay, this is going to be looking like maybe a breakaway here for a moment. And you saw the kick out.
Not only that, but it looked like a tackle afterwards. Look at his hands up top. It's not just what goes down below there, but also on top. He tackles him.
Yeah. So you could have made
And Boettcher was up off the bench immediately. You could see him in the background.
Yep.
He was calling for it immediately.
And where is the fairness in that is what he's saying. So Andre Campbell gets the yellow card, but not the red card. So you're still playing with that advantage right now if you're Ottawa. And I'll tell you what, I think for Mr. Radisov, you're going to see the calls be made very carefully down the stretch here. You're going to see a lot of quick whistles. Just chipped ahead, and they're saying, was it off Ottawa? Well, it doesn't matter because Callum Irving gets it and swings it back out. So we're in minute number 87, but there will be significant stoppage time now that we'll be playing at the end, which is not to the advantage of the Islanders. Brought down the field by Barden. Barden swings it back out. Taken there by Geraldo Bruna. Bruna pushing ahead. Bruna trying to get some space somewhere. There's your chip over the top. Should be taken by Lewis. He'll let it go out of bounds, so he'll get a goal kick out of it. Another new set. For the Fury coming in now will be Azake Lubiyera.
That was pretty impressive, Gary, for the first shot at that name.
Lubiyera is going to be checking in there now for Jonathan Barden. So Barden out. So again, fresh legs on the field here in the last whatever number of minutes we have to play. We have a little over 2 now left in regulation, and I suspect probably around 4.
That would be my guess.
Yeah, around 4 in the stoppage time.
And Ottawa continuing to put the heat on, and they're really going to turn it up now.
Yep, you're going to see all-out offense here. Here comes Edwards. Quick legs in there, and they're going to really try to make the most of it as the Islanders trying to hang on to A 1-0 win here. Bruna, far side. Checked over there by Grosh. Taken by Obasi. Obasi trying to find a place to move. Obasi beats him on the baseline, right flat in the middle, and headed back out of there nicely. There's flat shot. Right down on it is Lewis. Beautiful job. They got a clean look, and Lewis was right there and covered it up nicely.
A couple of dangerous moments there for Harrisburg, but all is well that ends well, and Lewis makes a good save.
You take a look right here, and that is a good look right down the pipe. And then the boot out of there now by Lewis in the 89th minute. Here comes Bruno. You got some numbers on your side right here. You can see the Islanders are tired. I'm watching Ribeiro just trying to get back right now.
Get back.
They're a little loose right here coming back, so watch out. Eddie Edwards has got it. Eddie Edwards just had that look a moment ago. Out in front, you have it right now. And look out here. And you're going to get a push from behind on Mendoza? No. Offsides against Ottawa. I was getting my breath ready for a minute because I thought Mendoza might be pushing down in the penalty box.
I will tell you, my friend, this stoppage time is going to be an eternity.
Yes.
You've got like under 30 seconds to go in regulation. Then we'll see what they put up on the board for extra time, but it is going to seem.
There's your offsides against Campbell. So now Lewis is going to clear it out of there. Lewis directing traffic a little bit. Really just buying a few more extra minutes if he can.
Which he does very effectively.
He does. Down it comes. Wheeler up there with him. Here's Wheeler and Ribeiro getting, or Wheeler and Grosh rather, getting down the field. Now Wheeler right there on top. The foul on Wheeler. Yep, there it is. Now you just want to tie this 4-minute game is what you want to do. There's Grosh with it. Grosh takes it off to McLaws. McLaws will send it down. Mendoza jumping up in the air there to no avail. Sliding in there low is Grosh. Not going to go. Pushed down by Wheeler from behind. John Grosh is going to pick up the yellow card. As I told you, those yellow cards are going to come fast and furious now. Nobody's going to be getting warnings anymore. Now you can see Grosh just slide in, taking the man's legs out. Had they wanted to, they could have probably gotten Wheeler also if play hadn't been called dead. Here's a long, long look. Downfield. Should be controlled by the Islanders, and they'll kick it across the touchline here. Back in the hands of Ottawa. He put back in play by, oh no, it won't, by Lubiera. Okay, leading the Shawnee. Another big body in there now, another big back, defensive player. And Mendoza coming out. So all height in the inside now, all big backs in there.
And not looking to counter. They're looking purely for defensive help, and that's what they've got coming in.
Nope, they're totally playing defense now, and especially with this long throw-in coming from the side, which acts somewhat like a corner. So you got Nishanian in there now. You've got Thiago Calvano in there. You got Ribeiro. You got Wheeler. And now all you want to do is kick it out of there, get it across. Nice job by Apuku. And he gets it off an Ottawa player.
That's actually going to be Harrisburg's throw-in along the touchline here, which is very nicely played by Paul Wilson.
You're going to see very little offense now on the part of Harrisburg. In fact, all they want to do is either try to control the ball a little bit. Ribeiro says get way down there, and then he's going to throw it to the side, I would imagine. No, he'll throw it way down the field, looking for his man. Finally crosses the touchline. He was looking for Wheeler. They throw it back to Irving. Somewhere under 2 minutes now left in this one. To the middle it comes, controlled by Bruna. The Islanders have played a brilliant game again. Are they to be disappointed one more time at the end, or are they to bring this one home? That's the options. I hate to be the guy that say it, but I have to. The other night we said about the positive parts, so I thought I'd go with the negative tonight.
No jinx, no jinx.
None. Wheeler gets a foot on it. I'm not sure it helped his team. And kicking it across the sideline here again. Just trying to keep it away from the goal right now as we are somewhere near about a minute to play in this one. There's Williams, flat one into the middle. Open for a moment, out in front. Desperate right now, Bruna. Puts it back in the middle again. Push down there. Good tackle, not a foul, and a break for the Islanders. The total push down there, about 45 seconds roughly left in this one. Down the far side they go. Check down there. Ball's going to be thrown in from the far side. It's almost like a long corner. Here we go. Islanders packing it in right now, trying to get anything they can do to get out of here at the moment. They're going to get a shot right here. Coming across hard. Good slide out of there by Brent. Brent kicks it all the way downfield. Callum all the way up right now. Callum Irving. Irving sends it all the way back down. And that is it. The City Islanders win it. 1-0, playing the entire second half and even part of the first half from behind. And Bill Boettcher has got to be happy on this one as he shakes hands with de Guzman. And what a win here tonight against this Ottawa team by the Islanders, showing a lot of grit and courage, Charlie Giroux.
Gary, victories don't come any harder or any more well-deserved. I mean, this team played with grit, as you say, in the extraordinaire. I mean, this is as tough a situation as you can possibly get. Playing a man down for an entire half, you come out of the locker room, you score right away, and then you play keep away for 45 minutes. They really executed tonight, did everything they had to do, and really, when you think about it, Ottawa never got any real serious chances at the goal. A couple of shots on frame in the second half, none in the first, but really tremendous and stellar defense by Harrisburg. Well done job. Keeps them in the playoff hunt.
And what they'll do now is they'll pass Ottawa for tonight, and they will move up another spot there. As they pass by Ottawa, Ottawa will drop to 7, 10, and 12. They are still at 33 points. The Islanders now go to 34. As you see the Capital City crew celebrated over there. The Islanders now move ahead in the standings to 34 points. This has got to be one of the most celebrated wins of the season for the Islanders, and a big moment where they really needed it and showed some really great grit and determination. There you see the match stats for the night. 3 shots to 6 for the Fury. They had a lot more in the second half. Shots on target, 3-1 for the Fury. 61 to 39%. You also expected that number in the second half. Both in one offsides, yellow cards, 3-1 for the Islanders, and the 1 big red card. But the Islanders withstood it tonight, and they managed to make this 1-0 win stand up. And they got that 1 goal right at the beginning of the second half. And let's take a look at the highlights right now. And here you saw it all night long. It was a battle. And you'll see Paul Wilson moving the ball downfield right here. And finally, Mendoza with a little chip shot there to Mensah. Looks like Mensah was maybe being held. The keeper, Callum Irving, went down to stop it. And all Mensah did was just kind of chip it over the top of him. And Irving, you can see him kicking it down. They're not happy. Here comes Mendoza again. We thought that might be a penalty. On the push behind, no penalty call. And then right out in front, and a good effort trying to get the ball in there was Anua Thomas Obasi. And then a good stop again by Lewis, who was tough tonight. Sean Lewis in the net tonight, and there's a hard one off a set piece. Here's another play we thought might be a red card against Andre Campbell as Wheeler was pushed down from behind and what looked like a breakaway.
And that really got the attention of the Harrisburg side.
There's another boot, and right straight down on top of it is Lewis all night long. And then the Islanders played great defense. They were a little chippy here coming home. They got a few yellow cards. Grosh did a little dance step to demonstrate, and that is it. And so the Islanders walk out of here tonight with a huge win as we come down to the end of the season right now. And again, the Harrisburg team will go up against St. Louis this coming Saturday night. Our final home match. I hope you'll come on out. It's going to be a whiteout. Check out cityislanders.com to see how you can take part in the whiteout. It's a $35 ticket. You get a T-shirt. You get the ticket. It's going to be a great night. And don't forget also, the Islanders will host their last pregame party this season just before the game on Saturday night with the Capital City crew at Skyline Sports Complex right here behind the stadium. Boneshire Brewworks will be doing a free sampling. Jazzerins Catering is providing food and free brownies. And DJ Joffrey will be providing the music for a happy Islanders crew who has really stood up here tonight. And I know Chris Brown is going to be talking to Coach Bill Boettcher. He's got to feel pretty good about this one as he's coming across the field right now. But we hope you all make it out here this coming Saturday night for the final match. And again, the starting time for that one will be 7 o'clock, I believe, on Saturday night. 7 o'clock for the Islanders as they get ready for their final match of the season. Charlie, it was a good one here tonight. Going to check in here with Chris Brown and Bill Boettcher in just a moment. But 1-0, the Islanders score on the first series of the second half. And let's go down right now to Chris Brown, who is on the sidelines with winning coach Bill Boettcher. Chris, take it away.
Hi, guys. I'm here down the sidelines again with head coach Bill Boettcher. Obviously a big 1-0 victory here against Ottawa. So, you know, you guys have had some tough calls against you, what people would say, you know, in the past couple of matches. But you're able to battle through that, you know, even down a man and come out with the victory tonight. So just tell us what that means to you, what you guys take from it.
Obviously, as I said at halftime, I thought we had a pretty good first half. You know, got the tough call against us to finish the half. Had to play down a man the second half. We talked about in the locker room that we have to be compact defensively. Everybody's going to have to work, and then we're just going to have to take our chances when we get them. And I mean, it was a moment of brilliance from Rapapa. Great ball in from Johnny Mendoza, and you know, what a finish from Papa. And we made it stand up. I mean, credit to the guys that finished the game and the guys that played tonight. You know, can't ask for more. You know, pretty proud of the group.
Yeah, again, another big win here. You guys have played very well here recently. So just tell us what you could take from a game like this, especially fighting through the adversity into your next game.
Well, I mean, you know, we've been very good our last 4, 5, 6 games. You know, we finally are getting healthy. I mean, we have a lot of guys back to choose from. You know, a lot more competition at practice, and you know, it's been good. We just want to keep that momentum riding through these last 2 games, and you know, see what else happens around us.
All right, great. Thanks, Coach Bill. Good game.
Thank you, Chris. And he talked about being pretty good the last few games. How about 3-0-1 in the last 4 games? That's pretty good. Okay.
And as we've said, guys, it's a team that plays well at home, but in some sweet wins this year. And Harrisburg has had some really nice victories this year. This has to stand out. I mean, they had their backs against the wall, fighting for the opportunity to stay in playoff contention. They did it tonight, and as Coach Boettcher said, they really did everything they could have asked of anybody.
Well, and really interesting, you say about 15 seconds away from being 4-0 in those last 4 games because of the goal scored by Cincinnati to tie it in that 1-1 draw. So 3-0-1 in the last 4 matches. This coming Saturday, is the last home match of the season. Then we'll go on the road against the Charleston Battery for the last match on October 7th. But again, come on out here, support the Islanders. They still mathematically are in it right now. They have 34 points. 38 was the leading point number going into tonight. So if you could win this one and beat Charleston and have a little help elsewhere, who knows? Stranger things have happened. That 8th spot is still there for the grabbing, and we'll see what other results come up later on tonight. Final assessment on that. For Ottawa, for all intents and purposes now, they are out of it. They are mathematically pretty much eliminated from the contention for that final playoff spot. I want to thank Charlie Giroux and, of course, Chad Edwards and our whole Invicta crew tonight. Maddie up here does such a great job on stats for us, and all of you for watching. Great night here for the Islanders tonight. 1-0 over the Ottawa Fury. Thank you for joining us here on Invicta. Have a great night, everyone.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League may not be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the express written consent from the United Soccer League.